Back into the round of 16 with Wade Carmichael just getting the jump on Juan Daru. Some beautiful surfing, some real power unloaded. He moves into the quarterfinals. He'll be taking on Michael Rodriguez. Let's find another quarterfinalist here. Great lineup. Jack Freestone back on the championship tour. Up against Jeremy Flores here. Jack starts off with a beautiful whipping carve in the pocket. Again goes to the rail. Nice and low through those bottom turns, setting up some options for the inside section now, loading up some speed. And just going to the kind of turns that the wave's allowing. Working that board through some nice carves. Ronnie Blakey with Luke Egan, and Luke, good matchup on paper here. Jeremy Flores saved himself in the last round. He'll be fired up here against Jack. Beautiful conditions. Let's have a look at what Jack got done on this first ride.
Jack wanting to get a quick start in this heat, opens up the shoulders, big carve, gets it up there for one more. Smart move to get out there and get a quick one.
He actually just executed that final ride with so much confidence. And here he goes, tucking into the barrel, using some of that tube riding expertise. Finds the exit, bit wobbly there. And doesn't opt to take that one right through to the inside. But Flores getting covered up. Freestone had a 5.5. And we'll see where this one goes.
But yeah, just this getting under the lip straight away. Nice tube. We've seen some good scores come through for some barrel rides. He's improving his wave performances every heat, which is great to see.
Love his ability to just harness all that speed through his turns. We see Freestone up, chasing his second score now. Victorious in the Red Bull Airborne event, getting the jump on a stacked field of very accomplished aerial surfers.
Smaller wave. Gets up on top of the lip. Nearly just a setup slash. Comes around. Wave getting steeper. This was under priority. Got to remember that. And really nice transition. The tail coming loose, dropping the back knee. Transitioning super smooth onto his toe edge to get a good bottom turn and open up those shoulders one more time. This is where Jeremy's got to be careful. Letting Jack get too many of these inside waves and chipping away at 4s and 5s. Doesn't want the pressure to build too much where he's looking for a big score.
Flores out the back now, making his move. He's going to go for the barrel, tucks in. Gets a nice clean exit, has plenty of speed here to unload on the rail. Beautiful whipping carve. Couple of ribs in the face of the wave. No problem for Flores.
Oh, beautiful.
As he finds a nice section to finish on. Really punctuating the end of that ride.
Just surf. Looks for the barrel here. Pauses before he gets to his feet. Not a long one, but comes out. The wave had good angle. Beautiful carve. Very tricky wave to ride. A couple of little kinks in it, and that turn there, finishing off with a very committed layback snap.
Yeah, I think committed's the word. When I compare just the rail turns that the two are laying down at the moment, Jeremy just really going hard at it. Jack a little more rhythmic in his approach, a little bit probably cleaner, but I think Jeremy putting a couple more pounds of pressure on the tail of his board for sure.
Love that last turn. Wade Carmichael's 8.5 was amazing.
Definitely. Well, Flores is going to keep busy here with that priority. Finds one down the line. Just over 12 minutes to go. Explosive first turn. Chasing it down for a while. Goes the club sandwich. And he rides out that grab rail reverse under the lip with some release. Super inverted. So Jeremy pushing hard. Trying to make up points where he's losing flow by just throwing everything at it.
Feeling it. Yeah, this is cool. I love when Jeremy's in this mood. Big hit out of the top. Coming around, sees this section, and the club sandwich comes out and rides out of it perfectly.
Now, Josh Kerr made that move famous, Luke, back in 2007 against Mick Fanning in a quarterfinal heat.
So amazing.
And Jeremy's one guy that's really perfected the move and can pull it off pretty regularly. Sebastian Zietz has a pretty neat version of that same manoeuvre. But it's the clean sequence of turns from Jack Freestone that's collected the best number so far, 6.67. as Flores, a little agitated with his last number, takes off under priority and goes to dig in. And that frustration just creeping in, unsuccessful on that first move. Has a look over his shoulder and sees if that wave held up down the line. So Freestone now has a huge opportunity here, Luke. Holding priority. Jeremy paddling back out. Freestone's making his move here. Drops to the bottom. Straight up into the hook. Beautiful carve to get started. Again, banks off the bottom. So 2 solid turns now. He's finding the better waves. Using his priority wisely. Keeping in mind that he picked off his best number under priority, but the 5.5 is probably going to be dropped from the scoreline now and replaced with something solid, which is going to push the requirement higher for Jeremy Flores. Finishing right on that black sand too.
Nice wave on the outside, straight down, up into the lip, picks the perfect spot to do a massive carve, transitions into another nice carve, and comes around to finish it off on the inside. This wave getting a little shouldery on the inside, but Jack just finishing it down, way down the beach, and nice and clean.
Equipment-wise, Freestone making a big change up too, jumping onto the Pizels this year. Looking good underfoot here.
No, we had a couple of good ones last year, and signing a deal to be exclusive to Pizel, and it's working, I tell you. Really like the transition through turns, and had to take that wave and getting some great.
Flores trying to answer back. Dynamic start. And bashes through the lip on that second manoeuvre. Big combo here for Flores, trying to fight his way back into this heat and gets the third and flexes. He's had a frustrating run through this heat so far. Hasn't had the same flow as Jack Freestone, but I think it's been pushing a little bit harder on his turns.
Coming out in the lip. Jeremy Flores off the bottom. Big carve, using those shoulders. Transition was perfect then to another big out of the lip. And then gets a third and knows it too. He's like, yeah, okay, I can get it together. How's this one? How's the shoulders? Brings it around. The transition was perfect then. And the next one as well. Oh, I'd like to see a big number for this one. This is fantastic surfing by Jeremy Flores. Answering back is no doubt. Look at the shoulders ripped right around at the end. The arm going straight up in the air. So much torque. Keeps himself calm into a great transition. That wall just perfect for another big fins above the lip. Comes down, and then this one just to finish off. When it comes good, wearing your heart on your sleeve. You know, it's just then it was just like, okay, is that what you want?
Well, one thing Freestone has though is the air game, and he's held it back in this heat so far, but he might go looking for a ramp on the inside here. Whips the reverse of his own. He likes the feel of it. He does need a 7.51.
He's selling it, that's for sure. Let's have a look. Smaller wave off the bottom. Great hit out of the top. Just had to lip glide that one and then into an air reverse. I don't think it's going to be the score.
You've got to make the comparison to Jeremy's 8.17, and Flores up again here. Just finishing off this heat. 15 seconds to go, trying to get rid of a 6 to increase his lead. And if you think about Jeremy's 8.17 and Jack Freestone's last wave, I think there's going to be more than 2.5 points difference in it. But it was a solid run up until this point for Jack Freestone. He can be thanked for getting rid of last year's event champion, Italo Ferreira, for the rest of the field. What a scary prospect that was. But Jeremy Flores just too aggressive. And he is charging on through to the quarterfinals.